Although it's common and even sometimes lucrative for people to portray themselves as edgy on social media, as time goes on, more and more people are starting to realize it just isn't worth it. And in the massive year of 2025, no other creator knows this better than Master Oogway, because somehow from his edginess, he managed to go from having millions of subscribers and billions of views to crying on Twitter and begging Mr. Beast to help him get unbanned from YouTube. The true definition of fumbled. Master Oogway's presence online began with a unique start, because unlike many other creators, he started out from doing funny voice impressions of the character Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda, hence his username. And if you also couldn't tell, his content was geared toward a younger audience because stuff like this was meant to be funny. And honestly, it worked. He was posting a lot of content on TikTok using the Master Oogway voice, and eventually he started getting popular, gaining tons of subscribers and hundreds of thousands of views. And after reaching that new level of viewership, he started trying to expand his content empire by creating tons of accounts posting different types of content. Some were reactions, some were voiceovers, and most of them were just like fantasies about men.
Wanna do it?
What?
Fuck.
Yep, I have no idea. And even if I don't find this content funny myself, the audience did, which is all that matters. Because if you were to go in one of these videos' comment sections, you would see his viewers memeing, agreeing with him, or saying things like, "Can I join Master?" So obviously, he was doing something right. And after posting consistently, sometimes multiple times a day, he would eventually hit 1 million followers. And this insane growth wasn't only just on TikTok, it was on YouTube as well. Master Oogway was literally dominating the algorithms with multiple pages on both sites, and he was doing this with ease. At the time, there was a meme called the Chad face, which was trending, and that kind of signified a based opinion. So all Master Oogway had to do was spam this face on people's videos, and he would garner millions of views every single day. However, this wasn't really enough for Master Oogway, because the problem is, low effort Chad face reaction TikTok videos doesn't really garner a long-term audience. And if he wanted to continue being relevant for years to come, he would seriously need to change up his content. And he realized this, which is why he was trying to do that. You would see here where he's obviously spamming the Chad face, but if you scroll further, he's trying to implement different forms of content, even if that content is very, very strange. I'm sorry guys, I wasn't talking about this content, I was talking about his more edgy videos. Videos where he's low-key trying to be kind of racist, but since he says it's a joke, I guess it's okay.
Okay, can somebody explain me what log means?
For the people that don't understand the TikTok, what he's saying is that black people used to be worth $300 during slavery, and now he's comparing it with how much Mbappe is worth now, which is 500 million, and he's saying inflation. He also had a bunch of other TikToks like this, mainly focusing on black people, like this one, how to gather all the black people in your city in one place. And the punchline is, tell them KFC is 50% off.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
And while I don't actually believe that he's racist, I think a lot of these videos show people that he'll do anything for views. For example, if you look at this video where he's talking about black people versus the other surrounding videos, this video clearly outperforms all of them by a long shot, which is because dark humor gets people's attention and it makes them remember you, which in terms of performance is way better than doing a Chad face. And as a result of this, Master Oogway would continue to make videos like this, pushing the line a little bit farther with every joke that he would make. And eventually, because he's doing this on TikTok, they wound up banning his main account with 2.7 million followers. But like I said before, he had a lot of different accounts, so he was able to recover. And normally, when a person gets an account banned, especially with 2.7 million followers, you would think they would take time to self-reflect and not do it again. But not Master Oogway. In fact, he would actually take the dark humor jokes even farther, so far to the point where he actually started saying the N-word. And yes, unfortunately for us, there's actually a re-uploaded version of him saying the N-word in HD.
What's up, YouTube? Today I spoke to my parents and they told me a story. They told me a story about my grandparents. Turns out, my great-great-great-great-great-grandparents were slaves during the Ottoman Empire. Now, I've been wondering what makes a person get the permission to say the N-word. Because I hear Mexican people say the N-word, and I hear black people say the N-word, and many other races as well. I'm gonna say it for the first time in my life properly.
Yeah, we're not going to play that, but you guys get the point. Master Oogway was so hungry and desperate for views that he just kept trying to get this shock value content because to him, all views are good views. And because of that, I'm pretty sure you guys can already guess what happened next. He continued to push the envelope even further. And this time, he would take it way too far with a song that he made. A song that pretty much cemented his legacy as a clout chaser and someone who would do and say anything for views. And that song was no other than Adolf H is my N. Now, obviously the white blocks are there for a reason because I'm not going to show the naming, but just think of the worst things possible and it's that. After he released this song, it was met with immediate backlash from pretty much everybody, with people making whole Reddit threads just to call him cringy. And the reason I said earlier that he had gone too far to post this was because several days later, he was terminated from YouTube, losing over 7 million subscribers and over 500 million views every single month, all because he wanted to be hateful and racist. After this happened, he tried to gain sympathy on Twitter by posting this message: "Welp, that's it. My YouTube account with 7 million subs and 500 million views a month is gone because of a group of people spam reporting me to rack up guideline strikes. So this is how you treat your creators after they've given you 4 years to grow on your platform at Team YouTube." So yeah, obviously he wasn't happy with the situation that was going on. But something that happened that he may not have expected was usually when people post things like this on Twitter, they usually receive tons of support and sympathy from the community. However, in his case, it was actually the complete opposite, with people celebrating and excited at the fact that he had been banned. People were even ratioing him on his own tweet by saying things like, "Brother, you used to be genuinely funny. What happened to you? Your Master Oogway voiceover videos used to be funny and good. You fell off hard with your hate speech and racist videos though." So a bit of a news flash for him: spreading hate on the internet makes people dislike you. Big shocker. But all of this stuff happened 1 to 2 years ago. So the question is, what has Master Oogway been doing since then? And the answer honestly may surprise you. So obviously, following the months of his ban, he spent a lot of time on Twitter coping. He tried to fearmonger and scare other creators that since he got banned on YouTube, they should be afraid of getting banned too, while simultaneously completely ignoring the type of content that led to him being banned in the first place. But that wasn't all. He also tried his very best to get back on YouTube while hiding his identity. And he did this by trying to change old accounts with his name on it to new accounts that had no ties to his identity. However, I'm guessing he forgot that he already had subscribers on these accounts and that his editing was the same, because people quickly found out that these accounts were also owned by Master Oogway, and as a result, these new accounts were terminated just like his other ones. So yeah, even though he was tweeting that YouTube doesn't care about people, he was actively trying to get back on there. And since it seemed like he was all out of options on coming back to the platform, he then decided to use his ultimate card, which was trying to sue YouTube for banning him. In a Twitter post on December 11, 2024, Master Oogway tweeted, "Officially sued Google for violating my digital service acts rights. Gonna have my first court hearing this week. It's gonna be Dutch law since it's my country of residence. Wish me luck." Essentially, he was trying to sue a billion-dollar company for wrongful termination. And even though a literal ant could have told him this was a bad idea, he still did it anyway. The king of unemployment WestJet also covered this case on his channel, and basically everybody was just laughing at Master Oogway, because not only was the lawsuit ridiculous, it showed how desperate he was to get back on a platform that he basically abused while he was on it. But none of this really matters, because only a month later, Master Oogway would post on Twitter again saying that he lost the preliminary injunction to the case. Prominent YouTuber Master Oogway, as he's referring to himself in third person, has lost a preliminary injunction case against Google, seeking the reinstatement of his permanently banned YouTube channel. And while I'm not going to read this entire thing, he also tweeted this: "I'm sad I took the L on the preliminary injunction since I really want to keep entertaining my fans on YouTube. But I still have a chance to start a full trial. I might do so. I need some time to think." And honestly, this is just a big code word for "I got cooked." Not long after this, Master Oogway also started streaming on Twitch and Kick. And if you thought his streaming content would be any different than his usual content, I have news for you, because it isn't. At the ripe age of 27, he is still somehow obsessed with the N-word.
Do I get the pass, guys? Do I get the pass?
Yes.
Okay, do I get the pass? Can I call you my homies? Okay. Man.
It's embarrassing, Unk. Please stop. His content is even the exact same with the dances that he does. Because in a clip that I found of him celebrating 45 live viewers, he's still doing the same thing he did like 2 years ago.
45 viewers, chat. 45 viewers, chat. World record, chat.
It honestly gets to a point to where maybe the fries are worth making. No amount of rent costs could force me at the big age of 27 to do what he's doing. And you know, just maybe he wouldn't have to do this if he was unbanned on YouTube. Oh wait, after 1.5 years, I am back, devil emoji. I have returned, uploaded to Super Sigma Bros 2 minutes ago. And this was August 15th, so this is recent. Let's see if this channel is still up. Video unavailable. This video is no longer available because the YouTube account associated with this video has been terminated. And from my knowledge, this is the most recent attempt of him trying to make a YouTube channel. And with his back against the wall, low stream views, and an inability to make another YouTube account, what do you guys think he did next? Well, he decided to join the most trustworthy community on the internet, crypto meme coins. And yes, I wish I was kidding. Every post on Twitter he makes now seems to be trying to promote his meme coin, Don't Buy This Coin. Yes, that is the actual name of the coin. And don't worry guys, he's definitely not trying to scam you. Just trust him. Watching this downfall happen over the past few years has honestly been insane. And I don't think it's crazy to call this a generational fall off. How do you go from the face of YouTube Shorts with 7 million subs and 500 million monthly views to posting crypto meme coins on Twitter, getting less than 30 likes every post? And even though he's lost like 99% of his influence and audience, at least he can still post on TikTok and get views. Because scrolling through one of his last popular TikTok accounts, I saw that he pulled 4.6 million views on how to put on a headset. So I can only assume that he's making tutorials now, which sadly to say is honestly a big step up from his old content. So let's check out this new and improved content to see if it's worth support. This is honestly sad.